Hello friends, Happy New Year to all of you. Today I want to introduce to you a very ancient instrument called the cornetto. Now when we hear the word cornetto, we usually think of the ice cream, but this is not that. This is a very interesting instrument, the history of which goes back to the time of the Middle Ages, 1200s. And it was in vogue, it was used very regularly in music, both in the church and outside of the church, in secular music and in sacred music. And this is an interesting instrument because it is a hybrid instrument. It is a combination of a woodwind instrument with a brass instrument mouthpiece. So that's what makes this instrument very unique. Now the cornetto, as you can see, has finger holes just like in a flute or clarinet or recorder and oboe. But its mouthpiece is very different. It's just like that of a trumpet. We call this an acorn mouthpiece because it's very, very small, much smaller than a trumpet mouthpiece. But the way you make the sound from this mouthpiece is very similar to that of a trumpet, by vibrating your lips into the mouthpiece. So you put this on the instrument and then you can blow the instrument and finger it, and that's how you make your music. Now normally, lots of cornet players would play the instrument from the front like this, from the middle of your lips. But I've also seen cornet players who played from the side of the lips, slightly to the center, off center. And then in my case, and in many other cornet players too, I find the easiest place for me to produce a sound is right from the corner of my mouth, right that. So here's an example of me trying to, I would say, struggle to play a tune. I've had this particular instrument which is made of resin for about a year, but really good cornets are made out of wood and covered with leather all the way, and they produce a really beautiful sound. So here's me trying to produce 4 or 5 notes out of a cornet, and I'm still struggling to learn the instrument, but I'll introduce you to a really good player after you hear this excerpt. So now you have a sense of what a cornet might sound like, but I want to introduce you to one of our very own European Sri Lankan musicians, Hans Sampath Block. He's a trumpeter, he also plays the trombone, but most importantly he also plays the cornet, and he's a very, very versatile musician. And he loves playing old music, ancient music, music from the Renaissance and the Baroque. And here I want to introduce you to a little clip of a video that he has done of a piece from the Renaissance. And he plays 2 parts. It's a 4-part piece. He plays 2 of those parts on 2 cornets. And then he also plays the trombone on the other 2 parts. Now the trombone itself at that time during the Renaissance was called the sackbut. So you have cornets and sackbuts, which were very famous, with drums usually accompanying a lot of secular and military music at that time. There were no trumpets. It was a cornet that was used. And in this excerpt you will hear Hans Sampath Block playing 2 cornets and 2 trombones. And I'm going to play a little clip, but below I'm going to put you the full link to his video, and I'm producing this excerpt with his kind permission. So friends, a new instrument for all of you. If you can get hold of one of these, by all means, I would recommend to use it. It's a lovely instrument. It can produce very beautiful music. And go on the internet and there are lots of good examples of cornet music out there. And till I meet you again, keep safe, All the very best. Bye.